Can you please put your hands together and help me welcome our chief guest, Professor Aniruddha Pandit. Come on, your clap should be louder. It should be heard. Thank you. And like a good host should do, I'm your host Pallavi Shetty, welcoming you all to this glorious event of Indian Resins Manufacturer Association and to the wonderful seminar today. A very good morning, everyone. Good morning. Wow, so everyone is awake and such wonderful morning faces. Towards my left, I can see the crowd full of energy and they're very excited. All right, to begin with, I would request everyone to kindly rise for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Just like a true Indian, this just comes by heart. Bharat Mata ki! Wow, with that spirit, we start this wonderful morning. And I would request our convener, Mr. Siddharth Shah, to please join us on the stage along with our co-convener, Mr. Manish Khandekar. And of course, the claps can be louder and better. I need not ask for that. It's your event, it's your day. And now I would request our convener Siddharth Shah and co-convener Manish Khandekar to accompany our President IRMA S. Mahadevan sir on stage. He deserves a big one. He's a president, but I have not seen him rest for a second. Now I would request our convener Siddharth Shah to kindly felicitate our president with a bouquet. I haven't seen Mahadevan sir sitting for a second since this morning. A huge round of applause for such hard-working president of ours. Thank you, gentlemen. Now I would request our Vice President IRMA Hiren Shah and Secretary IRMA Mr. Aditya Chandrachu to come on the stage. And now I would request our President and Convener Siddharth Shah to escort our Chief Guest, Professor Aniruddha Pandit, on stage. We are truly honored to have him here, and once again I would like to thank him for taking his valuable time out. And on that note, I would request our President to felicitate our Chief Guest with a bouquet and shawl. Thunder applause? Indeed. In fact, this is no less than a thunder, sir. We are in Maharashtra, Lonavala, and this traditional touch adds everything to it. Come on, once again, a huge round of applause, because this means a lot. I'm going to ask for lots of claps, because that's the only thing I can expect from my audience. What a beautiful moment indeed. Now, since we have
More token from our side for seeking your blessings.
Always there. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
such a beautiful traditional touch. And now, since we have all the gentlemen on stage, so let us proceed with Ganesh Vandana and lamp lighting. Request all the gentlemen to proceed for lamp lighting. दीप प्रज्वलित से हम शुरुआत करेंगे. Lamp lighting is always auspicious, and on a positive note, we start this event.
Can we
Can we have all the past presidents?
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय
That is why it is beautifully said.
गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
Starting this morning with the auspicious lamp lighting. That is why it's beautifully said, Shubham Karoti Kalyanam Arogyam Dhana Sampada Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya Deepar Jyoti Namostute. That is the power of the diya. That is the power of lighting of the lamp. And we start this seminar on a very positive note with a very traditional touch. Along with our past presidents and our current president, with our chief guest and our conveners. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. And once again, thunder of applause, as our president rightly says. And on that note, I would request our convener Siddharth Shah to give us his opening remarks. Yes, indeed, he's an opening batsman. And he is having a lot of fan followers, I must say.
One more. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Today's chief guest, Professor Aniruddha Pandey. He is a Vice Chancellor of ICT, everybody knows him. All the learned speakers, dignitaries, all past presidents, my fellow committee members, ladies and gentlemen, and all the delegates present here. It gives me great pleasure to see you all here on the occasion of the biennial seminar of IRMA. This seminar theme, Green Initiative for Resin Industry, is relevant in today's time when everyone is talking to reduce the emissions and carbon footprints. And as a part of industry, it is our responsibility as to contribute to this cause. In today's day, long interaction with reputed industry stalwarts and the learned speakers definitely will gain more insights on what more and in what different ways we can contribute. My special thanks to President Dr. Prashant Samant, President Madhavan, past President Dr. Prashant Samant again, and last but not the least, Executive Secretary of IRMA, Mr. Kannan, who were my backbones for all this mega event. I also thank co-convener Sri Manish Khandekar and fellow committee members for their hard work and contribution to make this event successful. Everybody was awake till 3 o'clock in the morning today. Give them a big hand. I will not take much more of time as there is, Prashant told me, thoda short kar dena. So I am not taking your more time as there is a long way to go all day and as we are late today. I hope you all will have nice interaction and take away from this seminar. I thank you all for joining this event in spite of your busy schedule on working day and hope that you will have comfortable stay at Hotel Fariyas. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We are truly delighted to hear you. You were perfect, absolutely. I think they did not needed me. Well, on that note, I would request our co-convener, Mr. Manish Khandekar, to kindly address the audience.
I'm still in time to say good morning to you all. Good morning. Respected dignitaries on the dais, respected past presidents, ladies and gentlemen, all my fellow committee members, and all my dear friends. It's once again a pleasure to be a part of the IRMA seminar and see it happening at such a grand level. And I thank everyone for being a part of this event today. When we started to think on the IRMA seminar to be conducted this time, we were wondering what topic to take. But then IRMA being a part of, it's the, I would rather say the representative of the Indian resin industry, has its responsibility to always give some, I would rather say, interesting topics which would bring in some future trends for our resin fraternity. And now everybody knows that, even at the government level, everybody is talking of greenhouse effect, green fuels, green buildings, and everybody is talking of, reducing the carbon footprints. And we said that the theme of this event, even though it's for the resin industry, should be what more or what new green initiatives that we all as in the resin industry and the allied industry should take in the times to come. Of course, resin chemistry is very, very, very wide, and not just 1 day or even 2 days or 3 days would be enough to justify discussing or presenting ideas on green initiatives or green chemistry for the resin industry. But we widely thought on this, and then we decided to include at least the major resin categories like alkyds, epoxies, polyesters, and invite eminent speakers who have vast experience in their respective domains and present their ideas, what they think can be the new green initiatives that our resin industry can take. For some of us present here, it would be I would rather say a refresher's course when they listen to the ideas. For some, it may be a new idea generations. For some, it may completely new or a paradigm shift in their working or thinking. So hopefully, we believe that the package that we would deliver today post-lunch on the technical sessions would address most of the concerns that our resin fraternity has. But then we thought that having whole day technical lectures can sometimes be too heavy. So even though businesses are technical is the backbone, we do understand, we do respect. But then there's always a commercial side or a business side to the industry. And we thought that there needs to be some motivation also when we all go back. And so we also have some good topic on motivation lecture. Probably when you see the program sheet, you will say it's for the entrepreneurs. But I believe that all of us present here and all our friends who are not present here, whether they are entrepreneurs or whether they work for the corporates, there is always an entrepreneur hidden in him or her. So we believe that the program that has been designed would be of interest to everybody. At the same time, the committee has taken efforts to also have some program for our ladies who have come all the way along here with their spouses. So there is a program for them also to keep engaged, to give them some new ideas on their levels. And of course, last but not the least, there is a wonderful evening which has been set up, which includes a nice musical program, thanks to the efforts from convener Siddharth Shah. And I believe that the day session and the evening session should be of interest for one and all. I thank you for the same.
How beautifully sir conveyed his message. I don't know if interest entrepreneurs or not, but anything that is in the interest of environment and this atmosphere is in the interest of the generations to come. So a huge round of applause for this wonderful initiative. And now, again with a huger round of applause, help me welcome our respected President IRMA S. Mahadevan sir to deliver his address to members.
As I said. Good morning and namaskar. On behalf of my team at Indian Resin Manufacturers Association, it's my privilege to welcome you all to our mega flagship event and the first major event post-COVID at IRMA as our great nation enters into a period of Amrit Kal. We were unable to hold the last residential seminar in 2021 due to COVID lockdowns. Post my taking over as the president of the association in September 21, we got together to beat the Omicron blues and have online program for our members. The support given by the fraternity to the various initiatives has been overwhelming. This goes to show the commitment and the resources in the organization and the zeal among our members. The association keeps the member abreast with the raw material trends, technical news through its quarterly news magazine IRMA News, under our able editorial of our Executive Secretary, Mr. Kannan. As you all know, post-COVID, the world dynamics, even our daily lives have changed a lot. I'm reminded of a saying, your thinking creates your world, your performance causes your impact, and your devotion to learning shapes the depth of your destiny. True to above, IRMA has always been in the forefront of enhancing members' knowledge through its seminars and workshops. Climate change and global warming is destroying our path to sustainability. Ours is a world of looming challenges and increasing limited resources. Our generation is charged with an unprecedented responsibility to lay a secure foundation for the global civilization. Sustainability is no longer about doing less harm. It is about doing more good. IRMA, in keeping with its commitment towards a sustainable tomorrow, has designed the theme of today's seminar, Green Initiatives for the Resin Industry. This will provide all you members an attractive platform to revisit one's processes, raw materials, and thereby work towards a cleaner and greener tomorrow. We cannot choose between economic growth and sustainability. We must have both. In fact, I'm pleased to announce that we have clocked the highest number of rooms and highest number of delegate counts till now in the history of IRMA. And this goes to show the passion among you members to be a part of our events. We hope in future we have much bigger attendances going forward. Our convener for the seminar, Sri Siddharth Shah, along with our co-convener, Mr. Manish Khandekar, have carefully designed and packed the day with lectures from industry experts and panel discussion by eminent personalities in the industry. I request all you members to take optimum benefits from these sessions for their skin enhancement. The large number of ladies joining us grows to show the sense of family bonding among IRMA members. I would go a step further in calling ourselves IRMA Parivar. To enhance the bonding between the ladies, the conveners have planned special sessions so that they can keep themselves engaged. We are blessed to have among us our Guru, Professor Anirudh B. Pandit, Vice Chancellor of ICT, who has honored us by accepting to be the chief guest of today's seminar. I warmly welcome him on our behalf to our IRMA Parivar. Our association has long tradition of honoring individuals who are visionary in their field and for their contribution to the growth of the association. A special welcome to our Lifetime Achievement Awardees, Sri Ashok Goklani ji and Dr. Prashant Samant, for their passion and support for our association growth. A warm welcome to all our past presidents of IRMA and the founder members for your guidance and push, which propels my team to excel in what we do. A hearty welcome to all the speakers and the panelists. An event of this magnitude would not have been possible without the support of our sponsors who form our backbone. We thank them from the bottom of our hearts while appreciating the efforts of the convener, the managing committee members, and my fellow office bearers. A special thanks to our Executive Secretary, Mr. Kannan, for his efficient handling of the IRMA back office. Last but not the least, all you members who are the heart and soul of our association and who are the motivating energy for us to bring the best. Wishing you all a great day filled with knowledge assimilation and a pledge to ourselves to work towards a cleaner, greener, and a sustainable tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Spoken from heart. And I think I welcomed you all wrong. I should have said extended family of IRMA, isn't it? Like he said, the family is growing strong day by day, and I wish it reaches great heights of glory and success. And on that note, I am truly honored to have our very special chief guest today, Professor Aniruddha Pandit, and I would request him to say a few words to the members. With a huge round of applause and with a wonderful traditional welcome, I must say.
Good afternoon. Since 6th of June, Shivaji Rajyabhishek Day, this has been becoming a daily affair, especially in High City. President Mahadevan, convener Siddharth Shah, co-convener Manish Khandekar, Hiren Shah, Aditya Chandrachud, the lifetime award winners Prashant and Koklani ji, all the past presidents, my students, collaborators, and I would say teachers. When I say teachers, the reason for that I was not into a business of resins at all and was forced into a resin business and understanding the technicalities when I started working as a consultant for Asian Paints. And the first assignment which was given to me is to reduce the batch time of alkyd resin manufacturing activity and reduce the batch time from the actual 42 hours to reduce it to as minimum as possible. We are able to get it. Theoretically, it was possible to get it in 18 hours based on the kinetics which was already established. But we managed to get it to 24 hours, but we would never get it actually on the shop floor. I started looking at it and I realized the fact that unless there is an incentive for the operators who are going to operate it, why would they reduce the batch time from 42 hours to 24 hours? There should be something for them. Only when you start sharing that increased turnover related profits, you would get that. So I advised Ashwin Bhai, said that anyway your new agreement with the union is coming up. You tell the union that you give me production and 20% of the additional profits which we make will be shared. I think only with that the batch time was reduced to 30 hours. So from 42 hours to 30 hours. So many a times the point which I am trying to make out here is the problems are not technical. The problems are HR problems. Now once you take care of your employees, try to understand their aspirations, try to understand their difficulties, and start sharing what you earn or what you make, I'm sure you will get the productivity. I was talking to Aditya in the morning during breakfast, and he was telling me one of the difficulties which we are facing currently is to get a competent manpower having a skill set in resin chemistry and resin manufacturing activity. And I said, you start something, we come up with the syllabus which will essentially take your own operators and train them over a period of maybe 2 months, 3 months or the weekend, and we make them resin chemists or resin operators where they understand not only the chemistry, not only the operations, but the reason why these operations are to be carried out in a specific way to improve the productivity, to maintain the quality. Second option which is also available is to convert all these batch processes into continuous processes. But many a times the market is so fluctuating that you dedicate a full-fledged continuous plant for one particular resin manufacturing activity, and suddenly a new resin comes out in the market, everybody starts making that, and whatever configuration which you have envisaged for your continuous plant cannot be modified, and you have to think in terms of a batch operation again. One of the major reasons for industry continuing batch operation, very similar to pharma industry as well, is this ability of variability in the product requirement and continuous improvement in the product. When I say continuous improvement in the product, is even though the basic material resin remain the same, the kind of additives, the kind of extenders, the kind of plasticizers which you come up with significantly improve the quality of the resin which you ultimately make. Since the topic of today's seminar is green synthesis or green manufacturing processes, green resins, it is necessary for us to look at it. If you consider, as Manish correctly pointed out, 3 types of resins: polyester resins, epoxy, and alkyd. Now, to a large extent, alkyd has got some renewable source, mainly because you start with some sort of oils, which is a renewable feedstock. As far as polyester is concerned, you don't have much choice, but others, which are essentially phenolic resins, the only major requirement from the hydrocarbon industry is that of methanol. So you have methanol, you do partial oxidation using silver catalyst, you make formaldehyde, and then you make urea formaldehyde, phenol formaldehyde, whatever. I mean, you have a choice open with the additives. You can tailor the properties of the resins which you require. Similarly, you should start exploring polyester as well as epoxies in terms of what are the sources which are generally available, what are the sources which are sustainable, what are the sources which can be renewable. And if you look at it today, with the advent of biomass-based chemicals such as ethanol and other derivatives, 5-carbon sugars, furfural, so on and so forth, at every stage you are generating huge quantity of lignin. Now, lignin is a mixture of multiple phenols, and if you are in a position to isolate, separate out some of the components, you don't have to have a pure component, because resin chemistry that way gives you that flexibility of getting the desired properties based on the reactions which you carry out. Similarly, another one which is likely to have, and it is already being looked into, is cashew nut shell liquid. And people are already making resins based on that. You have an alkalic acid, decarboxylation will give you cardinol, you have cardol available. So there is another possibility of synthesizing in a sustainable way resins based on cashew nut shell liquid. So cashew nut shell liquid, lignin, and methanol, if these 3 components are there with small additives, you can actually explore the entire resin chemistry. Polyester is still not there, but I still feel that if you are thinking in terms of recycling of the plastics, then there is a possibility for you to also not necessarily enter into a renewable, but a recyclable feedstock for polyester resin. So that option also needs to be explored. Now, all of this the topic and what we call as sustainability, and President Mahadevan mentioned about it, is economic growth is not the only criteria. Along with economic growth, you have to think in terms of environmental protection, because whatever we do, if we do not think of our future generation, then we are borrowing things from the future generation without actually asking them. They don't have any say. The people who are not born yet, they don't have any say. But we are assuming that we have only this lifetime and we will do whatever we want to do in this lifetime. Let the future generation think of themselves. We cannot be taking such an attitude. It is necessary for us, when you consider sustainability, to first define what is that sustainability period. Now, this period will vary significantly depending upon to whom you ask this question. If you ask a beggar on the street, what is your definition of sustainability? You will get an answer, aaj ka khana, kal ka khana milega, I am happy, I have sustained myself. The same question you asked to CEO, he said, I have to show positive line in a quarter. So my objective and time of sustainability is a quarter. You ask the same question to a politician, he'll say, till the next elections. Right? As long as I'm able to get. So first, as a technical entrepreneur, we need to first define what is our definition of sustainability period. And in my opinion, we need to think in terms of at least 150 to 200 years, because that is the typical period where disruptive technologies come up, and whatever thinking which we have and whatever technological competence which we have goes through a sea change, goes through a complete revolution, and that is where we will be thinking in terms of new technologies. So when you consider 150 and 200 years, we need to take a stock. The only exhaustible source available to us is sun. And whatever manifestations of solar incident energy which we use, whether it is hydrocarbons, whether it is biomass, whether it is rain, whether it is harvested rainwater, everything has an origin in sun. So we must think in terms of what is the solar equivalent energy which we get. See, people have started coming up with these various ideas. When we did not have hydrocarbons, we used to think in terms of fish oil equivalent. Then fish oil equivalent became coal equivalent. Then when the hydrocarbons or crude was discovered, now everything, the growth as well as the sustainability as well as the growth of an industry is expressed in terms of barrels of oil equivalent consumption, in terms of energy. Now everything actually has an origin only in terms of sun. So you really need to go to the basic, which is the solar energy, and what fraction of that energy we are using it for the transformation. Fortunately, in a resin industry, there are not much wastages. They are mostly additives, and only wastages which will come are handling wastages. Otherwise, you don't get many byproducts as such. The only thing which you are going to do is you may be in a position to produce certain effluent which has got some traces of CO2 which can be handled quite effectively. So recycle recovery of water is going to be one of the key factors defining the success of resin industry. Second is recovery and recycle of the solvents which you are going to use as media during the reactions is going to be the second aspect of sustainability as far as resin industry is concerned. And the third fact, of course, is the way and the type of energy which you need to supply to carry out your reaction. Now, whether it is steam and steam generated using biomass pellets, steam generated using gas, steam generated using coal, all this you need to do a proper balancing and you need to do a proper accounting depending upon, of course, the profitability which you have to keep in mind, also keeping in mind the environmental impact. So water footprint, carbon footprint in terms of energy consumption, and sustainable raw material availability should be the key drivers as far as our sustainable future of resin industry is concerned. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really delighted to be among my old friends, students, as I said, and collaborators for giving me an opportunity to say a few words. And I wish all of you to have significant deliberations, and maybe at the end of the day, you come out with a white paper which gives guidelines for the resin industry through Indian Resin Manufacturers Association. And I look forward to interacting with Aditya and Irene in terms of coming up with a syllabus for what you can call an upgradation, skill upgradation course, which can be used under the banner of ICT and IRMA for the benefit of Indian Resin Manufacturers Association. Thank you very much, and all the very best.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would request our convener, Siddharth Shah, to present chief guest with a memento. Once again, it was a great honor having you, sir, with us. And on that note, moving towards the most prestigious lifetime awards, and to do so, I would request Mr. Manish to please take over. Oh, before that, we have a very, very, very important segment. We will be having unveiling of the souvenir, and I would request all the gentlemen to please proceed, along with our chief guest, president, and all the members on stage. Followed with a huge round of applause. Come on, everyone. The clap should not be stopping. Green initiatives for resin industry. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. And now we shall proceed towards the Lifetime Achievement Awards. And to do so, I would request Mr. Manish to please kindly join us on the stage.
So, one of the hallmarks of the inauguration seminar, and which goes for all the associations, and that also includes IRMA, is the felicitation of the Lifetime Achievement Awardees. And IRMA has always believed that its past presidents have been a guiding source of light, and they will continue to be a guiding source of light. And they are always the pillars of strength of IRMA. They were, they are, and they will always be. It's an honor for me to read the citations again this year. And now I may request the first recipient of 2023 Lifetime Achievement Award, Mr. Ashok Goklani, to come forward, please. A big round of applause, please, for Mr. Ashok Goklani. May I also invite the family members of Mr. Ashok Goklani. Mrs. Goklani is here. It's a photo moment.
Let's capture this beautiful moment indeed. And I believe and suppose they are the reason why we are here today celebrating the seminar.
So, wait. I would now read the citation for Mr. Ashok Goklani, this year's recipient for the Lifetime Achievement Award. Ashok Goklani is a chemical engineer and accomplished entrepreneur with a vast experience in the field of organic dyes, pigments, textile auxiliaries, paper chemicals, rosin and turpentine, rosin derivatives, hard resins, and alkyd resins. He was born in Nagpur, India, and completed his middle and high school education at St. John's High School, Nagpur, and SDM High School, Rajnandangaon, respectively. Throughout his career, Ashok Goklani has faced various challenges and experienced both success and setbacks. Ashok began his professional career as a sponsored candidate at the National Chemical Laboratory, Pune, where he worked for 2 years on the development of a process for diketene, a critical raw material for the production of dyes and pigments. In 1972, he established his own manufacturing unit for textile dyes, fluorescent pigments, and pigment emulsion, which he ran successfully for a decade. However, with many textile mills closing their operations, he suffered significant losses due to blocked funds in closed mills. As a result, he took a job as a development manager with the Prabhat Group, overseeing their projects in Jammu, J&K, Hoshiarpur, Punjab, and Nepalganj, Nepal. He worked with the Prabhat Group from 1983 to 1990. Following his tenure at Prabhat Group, Ashok provided project consultancy services to several small and medium-scale industries, including a market survey and a project report for the terpineol project to a client in Indonesia. In 1994, he established his own manufacturing unit, Anek Chem Private Limited in Taloja, for the production of hard resins. In the year 2000, he established Magnichem Industries with larger capacity for the manufacture of rosin derivatives and hard resins. Magnichem Industries has grown significantly under the leadership of Ashok Goklani. His vision for Magnichem Industries has been to create a company that is committed to producing high-quality synthetic resins, which also provide exceptional customer service. Under his guidance, Magnichem Industries has expanded its product offerings and entered new markets. The company has also invested in modern production facilities and research and development capabilities, which have enabled it to produce super quality synthetic resins and stay ahead of the competition. In addition, he has fostered a culture of innovation and continuous improvement at Magnichem Industries. He encourages his team to think creatively and challenge the status quo, which has led to the development of new and innovative synthetic resins that meet the evolving needs of the industry. Aside from his professional accomplishments, Ashok has also been an active member of Ujjain JCs for more than 10 years and has a passion for writing shairis. His career has been marked by several ups and downs, but his perseverance and entrepreneurial spirit have enabled him to overcome challenges and establish himself as a successful businessman. In recognition of his unparalleled contribution to resin industry at large, and IRMA in particular, Indian Resin Manufacturers Association has duly resolved on this day, 8th June 2023, to confer upon Sri Ashok Goklani IRMA Lifetime Achievement Award for year 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Mr. Ashok Goklani and his family. Now, may I now request President Mahadevan to felicitate Goklani with a shawl. And present the Shrifal. May I now request Mahadevan, President IRMA, to present the memento to Sri Ashok Goklani. A big round of applause, please. May I now request today's chief guest, Professor Aniruddha Pandit, to present the citation to Mr. Ashok Goklani, please. A big round of applause, please. May I now request Mrs. Sumati Mahadevan to please come forward and felicitate Mrs. Madhaviji Goklani with present with a flower of bouquet, please. Parag, a bouquet for Mrs. Goklani, please. Mrs. Sumati Mahadevan presenting a bouquet to Mrs. Goklani. A big round of applause, please. Please, Mrs. Mahadevan will present and felicitate Mrs. Goklani with a shawl as a mark of respect and tradition. Thank you, Mr. Mahadevan, Mrs. Mahadevan. May I now request Mr. Ashok Goklani to respond to the felicitation. We friends in IRMA have been very lucky to keep on listening to his very wonderful shairis. And Goklani जी एक दरखास्त है आपसे, आप रिस्पॉन्ड तो जरूर करेंगे, लेकिन हमारे आप मौजूद जितने लोग हैं उनके लिए कुछ 4 पंक्तियां अगर आप सुना देंगे। चलो बढ़िया, बहुत सारी पंक्तियां रखी है शाम के लिए।
Honorable Chief Guest Anirudh Sir, President Mahadevan Ji, Convener Siddharth Shah, Co-Convener Manish Ji, IRMA Committee members, my IRMA colleagues, eminent speakers, ladies and gentlemen. माइक पे आया हूँ थोड़ा डरते सुबह से दोपहर हो गई इंतजार करते करते। उन्नीस 1960 के दशक में एक पिक्चर आई थी, फिल्म का नाम था सन्नाटा। बहुत पॉपुलर नहीं थी, तनुजा हीरोइन थी, अनिल चटर्जी बंगाल के हीरो थे। उसका एक गीत था, गुलजार जी ने लिखा था, हेमंदा ने गाया था, बस एक चुप सी लगी है। उसकी कुछ पंक्तियाँ ऐसी थी, वो दास्तां जो हमने कही, हमने लिखी भी, आज वो औरों से सुनी है। मेरे साथ भी कुछ ऐसा ही हो रहा है। Honoring the past presidents with Lifetime Achievement Awards was initiated during my presidency. And we had then awarded the first president, let's say Amal Wakil and Vinay Joshi ji. और देखो आज मुझे एक अवार्ड मिल रहा है, वो दास्तां मैं औरों से सुन रहा हूँ। Thank you IRMA for honoring me with this award. I am really overwhelmed. यहाँ मुझे मेरे दोस्त लोग जानते हैं मैं थोड़ा फिल्मी बफ भी हूँ। राजेश खन्ना की फिल्म दाग का एक डायलॉग याद आ रहा है, अब आप न जाने क्या समझते हो मुझे, आप न जाने क्या समझते हो मुझे, मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं, क्यों देते हो इतना प्यार मैं रखूँगा कहाँ पे, मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं। भारत के माहौल में इंडिया क्रिकेट का वो दौर चल रहा है, पहले आईपीएल हुआ, आज अभी टेस्ट मैच चल रहा है चैंपियनशिप का, तो मुझे महेंद्र सिंह धोनी जी का एक डायलॉग याद आ रहा है। वो कहते थे, द कैप्टन इज़ एज गुड एज हिज टीम इज़, एंड सेम applies to me also. I was very lucky to have a very good team, and I would like to compare my team with some of the cricketers. Then the Vice President, Mr. Bhupendra Sakaria ji, a very mild-speaking person, but a man of long innings. He is like Sachin Tendulkar, man of very long innings. IRMA should consider giving him IRMA Ratna during next seminar. Then the secretary, Dr. Prashant Samad, none other than Dr. Prashant Samad. I compare him with Rahul Dravid, a man who always plays with a straight bat and stands like a wall for the association and the team. Thanks, Prashant. Then the treasurer, Mr. Siddharth Shah, I compare him with Virendra Sehwag. He doesn't talk much, but let his game do the job. And look, today's seminar is also organized by him, and what a great arrangement he has done, along with Manish ji. I had two prominent members, but they could not continue for the whole tenure, but I would like to talk about them also. One is Mr. Ravi Shah. I will compare him with Yuvraj. He is capable of hitting 6 sixes in an over. And Mr. Rupen Choksi, very elegant, straight bat again, Jaisima-like old-timer. I had very good support from the past presidents, and I would like also to compare them also with some cricketers. My immediate past president, Mr. Balal Chandrachud. He was like Ravi Shastri to me, a perfect coach, very friendly but very pushing. The only difference I could find, Balal prefers whiskey over the old monk. Mr. Dhananjay Sathe, and all-rounder like Kapil Dev. From welcome speech to Thanksgiving, he is master of the ceremony as far as association is concerned. Thank you, Dhananjay. Give him a big applause. Mr. D.G. Parikh, he is not here today. I can compare him with Sunil Gavaskar because he has got all the legal and technical knowledge of the association, like Gavaskar has for cricket. But D.G. Parikh के साथ एक ही तकलीफ है, उससे एक छोटा सा सवाल पूछो तो पूरा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का बुक ला के सामने खड़ा कर देते. Then Mr. Ashok Mehta, he is my favorite because he introduced me to IRMA. He is like Dilip Vengsarkar. He doesn't talk much again, but he is backbone of the team, always there to help everyone. In Vicky Kapoor, I did not have a player, but he was like Man Singh. Many of you people may not be knowing who is Man Singh. Man Singh was the manager who had accompanied the 1983 World Cup winning team. At that time, the players were having very meager allowances. So Man Singh used to spend from his own pocket to see the players are full comfort. In our case, Mr. Vicky Kapoor, along with his wife, Banti Kapoor ji, he sponsored most of our managing committee meetings at his residence in Chembur or farmhouse in Lonavala. This not only saved the money for association, also it gave an opportunity to gel like a family, because these meetings were always with the spouses. My suggestion to the committee is that you should have all the meeting with spouses, even if you were to spend from your own pocket. If you don't have sponsor like Vicky Kapoor. Thank you, Vicky. In our executive secretary, Mr. Kannan, is a perfect pitch maker. He prepares good pitches so that committee can have a very good game in their tenure. I thank him also. इन सब दोस्तों के लिए एक शेर तो बनता है, जुबां पे इश्क के फसाने आते नहीं, इश्क हमेशा चोरे छुपे ही होता है, जुबां पे इश्क के फसाने आते नहीं, जो बीत गए वो जमाने आते नहीं, दोस्त ही होते हैं दोस्तों के हमदर्द, दोस्त ही होते हैं दोस्तों के हमदर्द, आसमां से कोई फरिश्ते साथ निभाने आते नहीं. I dedicate this award to my family who had been pillar of my strength. मेरे blunders को भी उन लोग ही सहन करते हैं. My wife Madhvi, my son Nishit, my daughter-in-law Shipra, grandson Riyan, my brother-in-law Sunil, his wife Gunjan, son Romil. We are very close-knit family and partners in business also. आखिरी में जाते जाते हमारे प्रशांत साहब हमेशा जब स्टेज पे आते हैं तो बोलते हैं तालियां बजाओ, तालियों पे कोई जीएसटी नहीं है. Am I right, प्रशांत? Yes. तो मैंने एक दिन इनसे मजाक में कहा भैया कोई गालियां भी दे सकते हैं, गालियों पे भी जीएसटी नहीं है. तो अब मैं आपसे विदा लेता हूं. आप चाहे तो मुझे गालियों से विदा कर सकते हो, चाहे तालियों से. नमस्कार.
I think it's the most respected award. And sir, just for a second, would you mind coming on stage? And this is what I felt, only clap cannot justify this. We need a standing ovation, isn't it? Sir, right to the center. Such an charismatic personality, wonderful speaker, and I'm sure he had a wonderful journey throughout. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Truly honored.
Thank you.
Thank you. And moving to the next one, I would request again Mr. Manish to hand over the stage.
तालियों पे जीएसटी नहीं, गालियों पे जीएसटी नहीं, हंसने के लिए भी जीएसटी नहीं है शायद. We are in IRMA. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the second recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award for 2023. And the theme is green initiatives, and we all talk green. But this recipient is evergreen. May I now request Dr. Prashant Samant to please come forward so that we can start the process of honoring him with Lifetime Achievement Award. A big round of applause, please. May I also request Mrs. Manisha Samant to please be seated. Personally, for me, it's a big honor to be permitted to read the citation for Dr. Prashant Samant, because what you see me today here in IRMA standing on this dais is only because of him, that in 2017, he said, come, join me to work for IRMA, initially the seminar, and over a period with the association. And honestly, friends, I made a lot of new friends. Again, making new friends has no GST. So, the citation for Dr. Prashant Samant. Born and brought up in Mumbai, Prashant Samant is a doctorate in polymer science from the Department of Chemical Technology, University of Mumbai, and Master of Business Administration from Wellington Institute of Business Management. He started his career with Kansai Nerolac Paints as research officer in their resin development department. Later, he joined Indophil Chemicals Company in 1990 in their industrial chemicals division as research head, coatings division. He then moved on as factory manager in Mafatlal Dyes and Chemicals, Hext Dyes and Chemicals. In 3 years, he was appointed as director on the board of company, the youngest working director appointed on the board by Mafatlal Group. He worked as board member for over 7 years with this group. He decided to work for a second largest chemical manufacturing company, Dow Chemicals, as global improvement leader for the Europe, Middle East and South Africa region for coating technology products. He was heading 12 plants across the EMEA region. In 2013, he joined Aditya Birla Chemicals as Vice President Technology Head for their epoxy business. He was heading 3 technology centers located at Thailand, India and Germany, and was instrumental in establishing the India Technology Center in 2014. He was a part of the leadership team which has taken epoxy business to a new height for the Aditya Birla Group. He has 2 patents on his name for development of multifunctional epoxies for use in composites, for aerospace, and was a key person in development of recyclamine to make epoxy composite recyclable. He also worked on a much wider portfolio of head innovation for the ABG Group's chemicals, fertilizers and insulator business, having a turnover of over 15,000 crores. Presently working as Vice President and Head R&D for Jubilant Industries JACPL, which has plants in Savli, Vadodara, Gajraula, UP and Kapasan, Rajasthan, with 2 R&D centers located in Vadodara and Noida, serving the business of food polymers, vinyl pyridine latex for the tire industry, consumer adhesives and wood finishes. He was a part of the leadership team which drives the business and new business plans for the company. He has applied patent on biodegradable polymers for chewing gum application. He is actively involved in various associations of paints and related industries such as Color Society, wherein he was the president twice in 2003-2004 and again in 2008-2010. He joined IRMA in 2005 as a committee member and elevated to the position of president in the year 2013-2015. He worked tirelessly for the association in the capacity as seminar convener twice and co-convener twice. He had organized 2 workshops of IRMA in UDCT on subjects of interest to the resin fraternity. Dr. Samant is an honorary professor, examiner and research committee member for surface coating technology and polymer engineering in University Institute of Chemical Technology, Mumbai. He was the convener of Color Society, IRMA and Rangotsav seminars 2 times each. He has presented several papers at the national and international conferences, seminars and workshops, and also chaired many technical sessions at various seminars. He is honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Indian Paint and Powder Coating Manufacturers Association and the Fellow of the Color Society for his contribution to the paint and allied industry in the year 2019. In recognition of his unparalleled contributions to resin industry at large and IRMA in particular, Indian Resin Manufacturers Association has duly resolved on this day, 8 June 2023, to confer upon Dr. Prashant Samant IRMA Lifetime Achievement Award for the year 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Dr. Prashant Samant and Mrs. Samant. May I request Siddharth Shah, convener and past president IRMA, to present him a bouquet. Mr. Siddharth Shah to present the shriphal and the shawl. Siddharth, 1 minute. Siddharth, 1 minute. I made a gaffe. May I request the junior Samant, I'm sorry, we missed him. My apologies, please, to be also part of the family. Thank you, Rupal. May I now request, please, the photo, present a shawl to Prashant Samant, please. Dr. Prashant Samant, please. Momento. Convener Mr. Siddharth Shah will present the memento to Dr. Prashant Samant. May I now request our chief guest, Professor Aniruddha Pandit, to present the citation award to Dr. Prashant Samant. A big round of applause, please. May I now request Mrs. Sujata Ben Shah to please present a bouquet to Mrs. Samant. Mrs. Sujata Ben is requested to present a nice shawl to Mrs. Samant as per the tradition. Thank you, everybody. Now, I request Dr. Prashant Samant to respond. Before that, you can ask someone wants to respond on my behalf. Okay. So Dr. Prashant Samant wants to do the last batting. Yeah. So, So, I already have two requests. One is, of course, from his dear old friend and today's convener, Mr. Siddharth Shah. And there is one more who called me today morning and said, I know your function is very, it's running short of time, but I still need 2 minutes. So that I know who is this, but that is Dr. Prashant's another good friend, Manik Rao. So let's begin with Mr. Siddharth Shah.
As you have heard, another association which is connected with University and Color Society. So when I joined Color Society, I came across him. Sorry. I learned so many things from him. How to run the association, how to present yourself, this, that, so many things. I want to go in a very big list of it. So I thought I must take him to IRMA, and I made him the member of committee in IRMA. And then we did so many things with the IRMA together always. He used to suggest me, you have to do this, that. Even the other committee members also he was guiding. And today I am, because of it.
Mr. Manik Rao Salunke. Yeah.
Hello. Today I thought I will get the opportunity to speak after Prashant's speech, but last moment he said because you speak first, so he will get the all the rights to take everyone's name and make whatever mistakes we make, he will correct it in his speech. Today, first of all, I congratulate Mr. Ashok Goklani ji and Dr. Prashant Samant for getting this a Lifetime Achievement Award. I don't have much association with Mr. Ashok ji, but I have last 39 years association with Dr. Prashant Samant. Friends, when I entered ICT, UDCT, previously it's called UDCT in 1984, that time from Pandharpur, Sholapur, so that time I was not knowing first time I came to the Mumbai, I met Dr. Prashant Samant, and I saw this man who is full of confidence and helping to the people and reaching to the people and connecting to the people. From that time, he said, don't worry, Manik. And he always called the people with the first name and with the very, affection towards the people. Don't worry, Manik. And then he said that whatever problem you have, I'm there to help you out. And in 1984 and 85, we together have a manthan in UDCT that there is a debate happen. Love marriage is better, arranged marriage is better. All these subjects we used to debate together. And always I am keeping him ahead, how I should behave. And coming from the, and the first time in Metro City, first time I connected with him with the manthan that how to, speak, how to debate, and how to address the people. I was not having a confidence and he was full of the confidence. Person who made, he is an all-rounder. This is a God-gift qualities given by the God to the Prashant Samant. No, all the qualities are there. He was full of confidence and I never see him, he is, unhappy and he always laughing. He always make others to laugh and he always love and making others to happy. And this is a very unique quality which he has. And for the sense of humor, always when we are talking about, he always keep the jokes and, the presence of the mind. When he is talking in the speech, everybody has to alert. Otherwise, someone, you are sleeping, please give the attention. So everyone is alert, I don't know, he don't know, we don't know whose name he is going to take it and he is going to criticize or appreciate, we don't know, always in his speech. So everyone, all the mob, when he is speaking, is alert, what he is talking. He, for me, from that time, was a role model for me. Because coming from such a, rural area and then urban, coming to a metro city like Mumbai and having a confidence, I keep on staying with him. And from that time, we are having an association. Actually, first time I am attending this association conference because I understood that Prashant Samant is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. He is saying that I asked him, I had congratulated him, and he is saying, now, people, I'm making, I'm going to retire. Lifetime Achievement Award is not a retire or stopping from the work. We said that you will be always a mentor and who is there for always many society like the Color Society and everyone. He is a teacher, he is a good teacher. Having a teacher sharing the knowledge to the people. Always he used to, not only the technical knowledge, listen to the life, how to stay, how to present yourself, like Siddharth mentioned. He is always a good teacher. And teacher, mentor to the everyone is very, unique property, unique quality he is having. I know that I'm not going to take much time, but he has not only the technical association in the politics, whenever we are having Dr. Padmasri Anil Kakodkar ji and Tatyarao Lahane in the Color Society, whenever I see, I have much association with these people, but whenever he is talking to the people, we feel that he has association more than 40-50 years and all that. The way he talks with the people, मैं तो सोच रहा है मैं ही इसका नजदीक है, but ये बात करता है तो we came very close to each other. That is the unique quality he is having. And other friend like social activity, Prashant Gaja and Kamlakar and all, from other not technical also, their people have a lot of affection towards him. Yeah, I said this is a God gift he had given, and he is our Mahesh Dhoni. I came here Whenever he's playing IPL, last we feel that he's going to retire. Mahesh Dhoni, many people take the ticket only for him. And today with the request, I had asked Mr. Kannan, shall I get the ticket? He said no, everything is full. Then I talked to him, I want ticket, so he arranged me, and today I am. Thanks Prashant that I had made this conference because of. I want to see my Mahesh Dhoni how he's getting the award, Mahendra Dhoni. Yeah. So after that, I want to say about the Color Society. When I have an association after college life, the Color Society. The friends, the Color Society in 2000, he is the first person to have a conference outside the Mumbai in the Fariyas hotel. And with me and his association, we made the Color Society first conference in the Fariyas hotel in the 2002. And then in 2003 and 5, when 2004, he said, all the whatever contribution people we are doing for the association, we should acknowledge. And he is the first person who has started the Lifetime Achievement Award giving to the Color Society. And J.S. Nadkarni was the first person who gave, we gave the Lifetime Achievement Award. So very senior people and very young people, the age doesn't matter. He has everywhere all the age friends. And from that time, we have Professor Potnis, we have Ravi Marfatia, and all Narkade sir, and all we had started giving a Lifetime Achievement Award. He also taught the association, whenever you are sitting on the chair, it's not only for the chair, you'll have to contribute to the society, you have to contribute to the association, and it is a moral responsibility whenever you are sitting on this chair. And friends, I am proudly saying you, the Color Society previously, whenever he was a president, that first time we have started earning the money and making the, the contribution to the education and the society. In that, since he is the role model, he always says that, always contribute. So in the pandemic period, I was the president of the Color Society. We had a, good profit of 10 lakh, Prashant, 10 lakh per year, 2 years. And the student we have started the first time in technology diploma in the Color Society. And the first time, not only from the India, from abroad, many students had joined this course and request all the, who are associated with the Resin and all, they can take admission for this course. We have started this, and in pandemic situation also we had with his guidance we have started the ink technology, and also we have a pen technology diploma in this. I am going to Manish ji is saying this one, so I will lastly say it. If I say only Prashant Samne, it will be injustice, because today whatever he is there, his better half is there. So Samant Vaini, I congratulate Samant Vaini and give her a big hand to her. Because without her contribution, we know the outside of the Prashant. If we allow her to talk, she will tell the inside of the, Prashant, better half story. But, so I request after Prashant Samant, Prashant Vaini, Manisha, you can also talk. But the motivation, the senses, the association, all his contribution, I thank you, sir, Dr. Prashant Samant, and your services are always required for association, and your contribution will remain, and thanks to your service to the association. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm here because he has been signaling me that I must say some good words about him. However, he has not prompted me what to say. Friends, lot has been said about Prashant as well as Ashok. I can't add more. I must say one thing. It is good to have such biodatas published, because though these are good friends for a long time, we never really knew their abilities, the detailed background. And for the first time, I realized that these people are not only as great as we thought, they are much, much larger than life. Prashant, of course, has been a backbone of all the seminars of IRMA, and that will continue to be so. Of course, this is not a lifetime achievement award is not the retirement that is as Manik has. I am not an orator like Manik, so I cannot keep on talking for hours. But I will be very brief. The another thing is, Ashok, what you talked about was fantastic. If you have prepared it, you have done a wonderful job. If it was spontaneous, hats off to you. But the most enjoyable part for his ceremony was his grandson. And he was so thoroughly enjoying that, all the awards should have been given to him only. Okay, so that's, and the other thing is, of course, Doctor, this is not a vote of thanks from me. But anyway, this is wonderful. Thank you very much.
नाही गरज आहे. गरज आहे ऐकायची.
First of all, thanks everybody for the huge applause and listening to Manik, DM Sate, and my dear friend, sentimental Siddharth patiently. Thanks for that. And I want to talk a lot actually. I got confused. And let me start how I entered IRMA. As Siddharth said, I was the president of Color Society in year 2003-2004, and that was at the age of 42 friends. Why I am saying this? Because I already completed 21 years as a past president. I thought that Mahanavar and all the Color Society members will be here and they will think of me as the next lifetime achievement awardee. Then in 2002, by looking at my work in Color Society, Siddharth and Nirav Raveshya both invited me to join IRMA. And to their request, I joined IRMA. But friends, one thing I will tell you, you will get opportunity to join association. Somebody will invite you to join association. But after that, it is all the hard work, passion towards the subject, and contribution towards the association. In 2002-2003, I was not knowing many IRMA members, but I applied myself. And I made it such a way that people should recognize me. They should invite me. I never fight for, please put up my photograph in the souvenir. It is the members of the association, they should feel right that by putting your photograph in the souvenir and association will get lot of benefit out of that. To that extent, everybody should work. Selfless working, which I always tell people, that join any association, but work so hard that people should take you to greater heights all the time. And from 2003, I became president of Indian Resin Manufacturer Association in 2013 and 2014. And it's a long time now in 2022, but I never thought that I will get a lifetime achievement award from any association. So normally people, what they do, they color their hairs black, correct, to see young. But this time I had a different problem. When I am receiving a lifetime achievement award, I should look senior, no? So you can see some of my hairs are grey today, on both the sides, to justify this award. Otherwise, it will not justify this award, no? So thanks to the today chief guest, Professor Aniruddha Pandit. This is also one thing I would like to tell you. This association, IRMA, I'm so close to this association, they were to felicitate me through at the hands of some chief guest, correct? And who selected that chief guest? I selected that chief guest. That who will felicitate me? I went to Professor Aniruddha Pandit, who is a dear friend of mine, saying that I would like to get felicitated at the hands of Professor Pandit. Isn't it? Professor Pandit, I cherish my very good moments with him. We worked together in UDCT on many occasions, and he's one of the rarest of rarest professor. I always call it as a consistent professor, just for everybody's information. When I say consistent professor, people join the institution, UDCT, VJT or anything. For first year, they are very good. But when they become senior, as per their knowledge and experience, then they forget teaching. They involve themselves into many other activities, which are there definitely. But this person, I say, is a consistent professor because in UDCT, they take that voting. In this year, who is your best professor? So Aniruddha got awards at least 3 to 4 times consistently. The way Lata Mangeshkar used to get award for the best singer. So many times he has got the award. But I would like to tell you something, not to take away his excellence. In 2007-2008, Sandeep, we organized a workshop. Gokulani attended that workshop. And in that workshop, Professor Pandit was one of the speakers. And I was also one of the speakers. There were 5 speakers were there. Professor Shenoy, you remember that. Myself, Aniruddha Pandit, Salvi was there. And the 5th speaker, I don't remember. We were all supposed to deliver knowledge on resins. And he spoke on reactor designs for resin manufacture at that time. He is a wonderful speaker. But at the end of the session, again IRMA did that survey, who is the best speakers. 50 people attended that, including all the global industry. Subhash sun rahe ho na ye? Sun raha na? Ram ko paya. And out of that 50, 37 people, Aniruddha, voted in my favor. 37 people, that number was bigger than Aniruddha. So that was only for that occasion what I'm saying. I thought I will get some applause from you people. Are you sleeping? Because it is not easy when Aniruddha Pandit is giving a lecture and I am giving a lecture and I am getting more marks than him. It will not happen many times. He has also given the veto to you, his vote also he has given to me.
That's the greatness. I'd just like to add that he told me that he is getting felicitated and getting a lifetime achievement award only after I accepted to be the chief guest. So he did not have that.
And now, whenever you get lifetime achievement award,
This reminds me, one second. There was a law seminar and they gave me lifetime achievement award. And I was shocked to see and receiving the award from a film actress. You are lucky.
No.
Irma is very intelligent. Thank you.
and in one of the seminars, friends, Color Society seminar, Aniruddha, we invited JB as a chief guest. Probably Manik and others must be knowing. And that was held in Kohinoor Hotel. Interesting to listen. Listen carefully. And that time JB Joshi was the director of UDCT. Okay. And during my speech, I said, here you have a wonderful scientist in JB Joshi. Okay. He is a material of Padma Awards. He is a material of Padma Awards. Government of India has not recognized his talent. And I say that Government of India should recognize him by giving a Padma Award, either Padma Bhushan or Padma Shri. And what happened next? Within 25 days, Aniruddha, he got Padma Bhushan Award. Don't take it as a mere coincidence. It's the wish from the heart which contributes in life. So here you have Aniruddha Pandit, excellent scientist, excellent professor, and now the Vice Chancellor of ICT. On this forum, I say that Government of India should recognize this person as early as possible with a Padma Award. Now I have to thank all my family members. Of course, Manisha has been thanked by others also. I have to thank her. My sons, Saumil, Swapnil, and all my family members, father, mother, brother, everybody, and my dear friends who all are here today. Some of my friends, Sandeep, what he said, it is not an award to you, Prashant. Don't get flattered. It is an award to the group of friends, and you are only representing us on the dais because you are able to speak well. So I am able to speak well, I came to know from him. So that's why I am there. So on behalf of all my friends, Kamlesh is there, Mangesh is there, Mohan is there, Sandeep, Maku, Manik, if I forget somebody, because all are my friends, on all behalf of everybody, I am accepting this Lifetime Achievement Award. And after accepting this award, I also say that I will continue to work for IRMA, Color Society and all the association. As hard as I was doing earlier, I will continue to work like that. Okay? And once, last but not the least, friends, IRMA as an association, I am accepting this Lifetime Achievement Award. What next for IRMA, Mahadevan? What next we are going to do? We are an association doing good workshops, good seminars and interactions and all that. So association now should think what is new, what is innovative we can do, what way we can contribute towards member, which may not be done by any other association, but whether we can do that. So that's the thought should come to you. And with that thought, I would like to end mine. And thank you all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We are not letting you go so soon. I would request you to please join me here. And such an inspiration. And when I joined, when I just entered the banquet, you were explaining me what to do and how to do. And I never thought you were going to get the Lifetime Achievement Awards. You're too young for that. But then still, I would request you to please join me on stage. And I would request everyone to please rise and give him a huge round of applause. And this is a respect that is needed to the most respected award and to the most wonderful personality. Such an positive energy and inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep motivating, keep working. Thank you so much. And now for the vote of thanks, I would request our VP IRMA, Mr. Hiren Shah, to please join us here. Our VP is the most youngest one, I guess.
Yeah. As she rightly said, the time I joined IRMA committee, I was the youngest one, and as of now also I am. IRMA being a sizably small in number of members, I would say शायरी, as Goklani sir always says, ढुलकते हुए गालों पे आंसू कहता है, छोटा हूँ तो क्या हुआ, हूँ मैं आंसू एक, छोटा हूँ तो क्या हुआ, हूँ मैं आंसू एक, सागर जैसा स्वाद मेरा चक्कर के तू देख. No, it's far, far beyond. Namaskar, IRMA Parivar. We welcome all the delegates to reinforce the maverick in you with the methodological approaches which will be shared in the seminar, with some amazing sessions lined up for you from the best in the industry, and break the taboo about difficulties in green initiative. It is said that it takes an entire village to raise a child, and this biennial seminar with the souvenir being IRMA's pridest children have had the sweat and nourishment of the entire IRMA leadership team. It is a privilege to propose the vote of thanks. First of all, heartily thanks to our beloved Professor Anirudh Pandit to accept our invitation to grace this occasion with his presence. Congratulations to our Shairi Master, Mr. Ashok Goklani ji, and Mr. Perfectionist, Dr. Prashant Samant sir, for receiving the Lifetime Achievement Awards. For any such event, financial support is must, and our sponsors, who are family to IRMA, have always generously and magnanimously contributed towards every event. I profusely thank each and everyone for this gesture. I'd want to thank our dynamic president, Mr. S. Mahadevan, our ever young convener, Shri Siddharth Bhai, and the smart working co-convener, Manish Khandekar, whose passion to make this conference the best has been so infectious, and to place their faith in me to assemble the souvenir. The entire organizing team, comprising of Dr. Prashant Samant sir, Dr. B. Venkatraman, my friends Aditya, Ashay, Bhagyesh, Dr. Parag, who so flawlessly give their all to execute things brilliantly. How can I miss out on all our past presidents for their guidance? Thank you all. Also, not to forget our color publication team for helping us tremendously to get the souvenir completed on time and with perfection. A big thank to Mr. Arvind for designing the banners, setting up the beautiful LED screen, and many other things. How can we miss out on the management of Hotel Fariyas for their hospitality, which you will be experiencing throughout the day? A special mention to Mr. N. Kannan, our Executive Secretary to IRMA, for being our go-to person for all the archives, contacts, data, and innumerable small yet big things. We once again, with all our heart, invite you all to experience the world of Resin with IRMA and this biennial conference. Thank you all. That being said, I would say let's break for lunch and we'll assemble in an hour. Thank you.